Let's get straight to it.
I can hear my mama now. Go on, baby, pop your shit.
I can hear my mama now. Go on, baby, pop your shit. I can hear my brother right now. Fuck them niggas, talk that shit. Old gossiping ass niggas, what y'all out here gossiping about today? Since y'all love pocket watching, nigga, I did a 200 ball today.
Welcome to Geeker News Network. Geeker is an acronym, guide each and every comrade to everybody rich. I'm your host, Fetty Lotto, here to put a stain on your brain and bring you some news you could use. Happy Friday. Right now we in the University of Cosmic Intelligence, and we're going to get into the 3-Eye Atlas from Jamal Rashad perspective. And what he says the truth about 3-Eye Atlas. It's a very interesting topic, and he got a very interesting perspective of it. So I just wanted to bring this up and get into this, man. And, we should start doing more Rashad Jamal segments anyway, because he's a very intelligent person, and he got the University of Cosmic Intelligence. So why not tap in, man? This is a channel where you come to, man, to get a stain on your brain. We trying to put some paint where it ain't, you heard? But without further ado, let's get into this Rashad Jamal piece on 3-Eye Atlas.
And peace to the ancestors for working through me. We are back with another deep divine download. But before we roll into it, relax, get comfortable. I appreciate you all. If you have been watching this university over the past few years, I'm here to spread truth and enlightenment. I came to enlighten and inform and increase the frequency of the planet. There's much going on the planet right now, but I just want to make it understood and overstood that this university is open to everybody that is seeking to raise their vibration. I don't care if you black, white, pink, blue, green, tall, short, skinny, fat, gay, straight, rich, poor, Catholic, Christian, Muslim, atheist, BD, GD, blood, Crip, I don't care what you is, be yourself. If you drink, pull that thing up. If you smoke, roll that thing up. I don't promote you to do anything but be your unique self. We live in a world where this matrix tries to, make you try to be something that you're not. But in this University of Cosmic Intelligence, on this YouTube channel, on this website, this is where you can be yourself. This is a gathering of the free minds. This is a spiritual and philosophical institution that exists within you, the listener. I love you all deeply, and I look forward to continuing to build with you all as we move through this energy cycle. But with that being said, I don't want to hold up the lecture any further. But before we roll into it, it's imperative that I open it up with the right spiritual energy. So first, let me start by sending peace and the deepest insight to the elders within the university, 65 and older. For you opened the door for us yesteryear. We are always supposed to respect our elders. We know time isn't real, age isn't real. However, your avatar has been on this plane in this lifetime longer than ours. So this is why we always pay homage to the elders. And I appreciate you. I love you deeply for sitting with your grandchildren, your children, and spreading this information and spreading this these esoteric truths. Secondly, I would like to send the deepest of insight to my peers, those in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s within the university. I love you deeply and sending you the deepest of insight so that you can see everything that I'm bringing to you for yourself. I don't want any of you to believe anything that I'm telling you. I want you to do your own research, and I want you to go deep within yourself and allow the source to work through you, allow the ancestors to work through you, allow the infinite creator to reflect through you, and it will and things that I'm speaking to you shall be revealed. But for my peers, we are the bridge between the elders and the youth. So I appreciate you all for spreading the message to your coworkers and to your parents and your children, and please continue to do that. And last but not least, sending the deepest of insight to the blue crystal babies, those 19, 18 and under within the university, those who start landing here after their year of 2000. I love you all. You are very powerful, ancient souls. And don't let anyone tell you different. I appreciate the original blue crystal babies from a couple years back. because this university is now 6 man-made years old. You are with the originators of sharing clips from the YouTube lectures and posting them on TikTok. So please continue to spread the message via TikTok, spread the message via Instagram, Facebook, word of mouth. Continue to go to the website. But with that being said, I don't want to hold the lecture up, this download up any further. I want to get right to it because this is a very powerful download and a very important download for you to be aware of what's technically really going on the planet right now. So as you may or may not know, there's been a lot of uproar about this 3-eye atlas thing. So before we roll into it, we must first ask ourselves, what is 3-eye atlas? So we have to look at what they are saying 3-eye atlas is. The scientist community, which is NASA, which you can never trust. We already know this. But NASA is claiming that they observed the object traveling through space back in July of this year, and that this object is a comet. It was first reported that this object is a comet, but it became a cultural phenomenon because they then started to realize that this comet had unusual looks to it. It was moving in unusual patterns, and so on and so on and so on. NASA says that this comet is full of ice and gas, and that it comes from the Sagittarius constellation. And keep Sagittarius in your mind because I'm going to come back to that as we continue on later in this download. But the NASA is claiming that 3-eye atlas is a comet that was formed in the Sagittarius constellation. All right, and that this comet has found its way into our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, and that it's now making its way toward what they call Earth. Now we know in this university, we know because we are the spiritually gifted. We are the chosen ones. We are those who have broken free from the matrix and the lies within the matrix. We understand that there is that this is not Earth. This is planet Kai, right? But just to use modern science terminologies here, NASA claims that this comet has made its way into Earth, will be making its way into Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so since July, they have been flooding social media, mainstream media with all these pictures.
So how many of y'all agree that this is not Earth, this is the planet Kai? I mean, I've heard, him say things like this, but I really ain't get into it like that. So if anybody got, any knowledge on that, the planet Kai, I might do a piece on that or something, just because I'm learning too. So, we doing this shit together, y'all. But if y'all know about the planet Kai and this is not really Earth, this is planet Kai, jump in the comment section and put me on. Put a stain on my brain. Each one teach one.
All these astronomers and astrophysicists have been coming out and claiming and that this is a comet. Then you have a couple astrophysicists who are graduates of Yale and Harvard and Dartmouth, and all these prestigious Ivy League schools that are coming out and saying that they feel that it's an alien spacecraft. So then by the time we get to August of this year, going into September, you start to get these stories rolling out that it's supposed to be aliens landing in November, right? And I did a lecture on that a few months back, if you've been paying attention to the university. So, when they came out with this story about the aliens landing in November, that was all due to 3-eye atlas. So you have two theories going on. You have NASA claiming that it's just simply a comet, all right, and that it's gonna pass through our galaxy, and it will be very close. The closest it will be to Earth is in December 19th to be exact. So we're coming up on December 19th now. All right, and then the other side of the scientific community is claiming that it's an alien spaceship, right? But I debunked that already in a few lectures ago when I told y'all, like, man, that's lies. More lies, right? When they say alien spacecraft, because you have to understand that they have something called Project Bluebeam. So Project Bluebeam, as you know, is something that they planned for us a long time ago, and I've been talking to y'all about this for years, and other spiritual teachers too. I mean, we can go way back to William Cooper back in the 90s, the White King who wrote the classic book Behold a Pale Horse was talking.
Shout out to William Cooper. How many of y'all know about him? I'm pretty sure, I did a little time in prison, your family or your homie or something let you borrow that book, Behold a Pale Horse. A lot of information in that book, man. That's like one of the first books that sent me down the whole rabbit hole of trying to figure out what's really going on. Was William Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse. That's a fact. So yeah, if y'all get a chance, man, look up William Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse. It's a lot of information in there. Shit that, he said all this was gonna happen and it's happening. They end up killing him. Look, do your homework on William Cooper. I'm gonna let Rashad Jamal talk.
Talking about Project Bluebeam because he worked for the Navy. He was a high ranking Navy officer who stumbled upon a lot of disclosed files. He had a security clearance, and he was able to gain access to a lot of important information that they hide from the public. And when he found out the things that he found out, he began to look at the country, at the planet different, and he began to disassociate himself with the Navy. He eventually left the Navy, and he spent the rest of his life trying to bring this truth to the public. Because like he was saying, like I'm saying, like George Carl was saying, other divine messengers that have been speaking to you have been saying over the years, it's not about black or white. When I sit and I speak to you all about human beings and white people and where they went wrong, I'm talking about the people that there are a group of evil races, white supremacists that are part of the people that run this planet for sure. But everybody that's a part of that clique is not white. Some of these people, majority of them are black, and the other ones are extraterrestrials. So these are the people that's running the planet. The reptilians, the Pleiadians, and the human beings, the high ranking human beings, those who belong to the original 12 tribes, right? You also notice it's the deep state, the cabal, the shadow government, right? These are certain names that they have been going by over the years. All right, so when they coming out with this theory saying that 3-Eye Atlas could be a spacecraft, like I told you, you already have extraterrestrial races that's been here forever, and they've been actually running your planet. They have infiltrated every form of government, in the education system, economic system, social engineering system, the political system. They have infiltrated us on every level. That's why they came out with the movie They Live, to let you know that. Go watch that if you haven't watched that. All right, so I was saying when I debunked that theory that 3-Eye Atlas is an alien spaceship coming back to the planet, that's bullshit, because these extraterrestrial races, these alien spaceships and these aliens themselves, which are extraterrestrial races, they have been here. And then you got good ones and you got bad ones. And unfortunately, it's the bad ones that came to this planet and have been helping and have aligned with Zeus, aka Shaitan, aka Satan, and the rest of the fallen to wage war on the gods. The gods are all your aboriginal beings of the planet and all the aboriginal beings of the cosmos, which is we have been labeled under the derogatory misnomers today as African Americans, Latin Americans, Africans, Asians, outside of Chinese and Japanese, Pacific Islanders, Australians. That's what we have been all classified as, your aboriginal beings, your god races, right? Your god species, rather. All right, so them saying 3-Eye Atlas is a spacecraft with aliens coming, and I told y'all last a whole 2 months ago about these aliens that wasn't gonna come because they already here. And as you see, when November came, you don't see no motherfucking aliens, no big alien landing or alien invasion. That's because the invasion took place in their year 1492 when they first came here. They've been invaded our planet. So when they got people looking for this invasion that's supposed to come, these beings been invaded our planet. This is nothing new. They've been doing this. So that the alien invasion theory is.
What about the firmament though? That shit they saying that it's over the earth now. What if when they invaded in 1492, that's when they put the firmament up, so motherfuckers couldn't get in or get out? You know what I'm saying? And they could control this realm right here. You know what I mean? So maybe 3-Eye Atlas could be somebody trying to get in this realm. If it's good and bad, I mean, I don't really believe in good and bad on that level. It's just agendas. What agenda you down with?
More is known as misinformation. It's misinformation because it's there to misguide you. Now the theory of 3-Eye Atlas being a comet, let's debunk that. All right, Three-Eyed Atlas is not a comet because there's no such thing as a comet, a meteor, or any of those things. Shooting stars, any of those things, they do not exist at all. Just like I told you, there's no such thing as a fucking star. When you look in the sky, those are not stars. Those are planets, galaxies, universes. That's what you're looking at when you look in the sky. But like I told you, they can't tell you that those are planets and galaxies and universes, because then you're like, wow, look how much life is out there. So it's easier to say that those are stars, and a star is nothing but a big ball of gas. That's what they have taught you in school. All right. Now, this comet theory is supposed to be, you have these things that are made out in space, and then they break off, and these huge rocks and these huge planets break off, and then they travel through the galaxy, and then they move at the speed of light, and then they hit other planets. This is what meteors are. This is what comets are. And, or meteorites, they hit other planets and destroy them, whereas comets just might pass through the planet. They're basically supposed to be floating rocks that broke off 100 million light years ago, right? Let them tell it, from other ancient planets. Bullshit. When you looking at comets and shooting stars, you're actually looking at your ancestors traveling through the cosmos by light express, because that's how we travel cosmically. Remember, beyond.
He getting deep now. He getting interesting now, man. Let my boy cook. Free Rashad, Jamal, man. And y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the University of Cosmic Intelligence if you into this type of stuff.
On the flesh, what are we? This flesh that we wear on this planet is just our suit. This is just our suit, cosmic family. This is just the suit that we walk around on this reality in. But the real you is the spirit and soul underneath that suit, underneath that flesh. So that's what you are. That's light. That's vibration, and you can activate that force field. You can activate that. That's what your aura is. And when you act, there's an ancient way through doing ancient breath work and the ancient yoga method you can use to activate your Merkaba. And when you activate it, you can now travel beyond what's known as the speed of light. And this is how we travel throughout the cosmos. This is the only planet in the entire multiverse where we are not able to travel by light express anymore. And that's only because they have trapped us in the flesh. They have lowered our frequency. They have decreased our vibration through the food they feed us, through the shoes and the rubber they place on our souls, through the disconnect from disconnecting us from nature. You get what I'm saying? So by doing that, by putting a force field around the entire planet, and then distorting that force field with sound frequencies, because we are sound and light, it's a lot of things that are going on around us, which is why we are not able to activate that Merkaba unless you disconnect from the matrix, unless you disconnect from all systems, right? Because you have to think about what we're doing here. We're dealing with a system, right? So this is why we are not able to travel by light express. But your ancestors, you have spiritual families and extraterrestrial families. This is your cosmic family. All right. So I don't even want to use the terminology ancestors. I'm gonna say your cosmic family. They're traveling throughout from galaxy to galaxy, planet to planet instantly. Because see, when you travel, when you activate your Merkaba, everything is composed of light and vibration, right? So that means all places, events are shaped and composed of atoms that break down to light and vibration. So when you activate your Merkaba from your spirit and your soul, the fire within, right, then you are able to appear wherever you want to appear almost instantaneously, right? Because then there's no such thing as past, present, or future. Everything exists in the same bubble. It's just a matter of perspective, and your perspective is shaped by what you see, and what you see is shaped by what vibration you are on, right? So you got to understand that this is how we travel. We travel by activating. We don't travel on planes and helicopters and cars and shit like that. That's all low vibrational, right? That's the way human beings travel. And then they stole our ancient.
Listen, man. I'm gonna do something on this dream I had, man, because I keep bringing it up, because I'm gonna never forget this shit. I know it meant something, but I had a dream of an alien invasion. And when the aliens invaded, it was the Rashad, like, who are our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm connecting and resonating with what he's saying. Maybe that was a download that I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be something like that. This is all the same shit. Let's get back into it.
History from us and reprogrammed us and cast spells over us, and now they got us traveling the way they travel, which is a watered down way. You know, like right now, if you told somebody to go to the store, you probably gonna hop in your car and go to the store. You're gonna walk up the block, walk up the street, walk down the road to go to the store. You're not even aware that you can teleport to the store and appear at the store almost instantaneously, because where the store is located the store is composed of atoms. That store is a physical thing. All things that exist on this material plane is composed of atoms, right? All right, so I'm breaking that down so you can kind of have just a little understanding of how the Merkaba works and how Light Express works. So this is why when you see comets floating through the sky, you only see light, right? When they're telling you about 3-Eye Atlas, you're only seeing light around it. Notice that, right? Because, you know, or any comet, a meteor, or shooting star, you just see a little ball of light. Because everything is light. Remember, in the beginning, God, the infinite creator, Olodumare, Ishwara, a source, or whatever name you want to use to describe the infinite creator, said what? Let there be light. Right? So light was first. Everything is composed of light. Everything around you is composed of light. Right? Because everything is formed of atoms, and atoms, anytime you see an object, the reason you can see it is because it oscillates. All right? Oscillate is OSCILLATE, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not good with spelling these bullshit ass words they give us, right? Because we know spelling is literally spells. But oscillate is what light does. So this is why when you can see objects around you in the physical, because the electrons and atoms that the object is composed of oscillates. This is why you can see the wall, the cars, and everything around you. All right. So it oscillates, just almost another fancy word for vibrate. You get what I'm saying? So when you see these comets and these meteors, what they're calling comets and meteors and shooting stars, you're really looking at cosmic beings traveling all right in your goddamn face. But because the true science has been stolen from you, has been removed from you, they have bleached your soul of its memories. They have placed programs within you, right, and around you to hide the real world from you. You are not aware of these things. So right now we're dealing with the two theories that has been placed out there. Okay, we know that the two theories of what 3-Eye Atlas is that A, it's a comet. We just debunked that that's bullshit, because comets are not even real. Okay, the next theory that they gave us was that 3-Eye Atlas is an alien spacecraft. We just debunked that that's bullshit, because these UFOs that they call unidentified flying objects, they've been here. These are being flown by government officials, people with secret security clearances, and actual extraterrestrials themselves, because they live on this planet that's running this planet. Right? Make no mistake about it. All the alien life form that has been on this planet has been here for the last 400 or 500 man-made years since they got here. And these are all the evil aliens.
That's a fact. Like the reptilians and all that shit, the Octarians, the Greys, they've been here for thousands of years. Like we lived amongst them, you know, for as long as we can remember. What you gotta do is do your homework.
Aliens. All your good ones have been blocked from entering the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because of the force field that was placed around this planet. This is why December 2020 was very important. Remember December 21st, 2020, that planetary alignment? That was very important, because that formed what I was telling you in older lecture I did a few months back. It formed the cosmic light bridge into this planet, allowing advanced spiritual beings and extraterrestrial races, the good ones, you know, the benevolent ones, not the malevolent ones, to enter into this realm and help to break down this force field around this planet, so that we can raise the vibration of this planet and cleanse this planet of the evil that it has been succumbed to. All right? So you always had extraterrestrial races living here, but these was basically the bad ones. You have, when you talk about extraterrestrial races, you got Octarians, but all Octarians aren't bad. Like, you've heard me say time over and over again that time is not real. Time is a spell that was created by the Arcturian race that was used to entrap your soul and your spirit and your consciousness in a state of believing that life starts and ends on this planet and that you age. Because when you accept age, you accept death. If you accept life, you accept death. If you accept birth, you accept death, right? If you accept age, you accept that you get old. But you will never get old. You can never be young. Youth and age all falls under the concept and the illusion of time. And we have been here since time immemorial. Before time existed, the gods, we existed. All right? That's an esoteric truth. All right. So you have to understand that duality exists throughout the entire cosmos. Just like you have good, bad black people, you got bad ones. You got good white folk, you got bad ones. Same thing with the extraterrestrials. You got good ones, you got bad ones. Same thing with the angels. You got good angels, and then you got the bad ones, which are your fallen angels. Same thing with the gods. You got the good gods, right, which is us, and then you got the fallen gods, which is Satan, right? So this whole theory of three-eyed atlas even being a spacecraft is more bullshit. Now, so this how. Now, keep in mind who's running this system, who's controlling media. They do, right? We know that media comes from the ancient word Medea, which is the Greek enchantress, and enchantress is just another word for a witch or a person that has learned to manipulate divination and magic to put you in a trance to manipulate you. All right. So why would they tell you that three-eyed atlas is two things that it's not? Well, that's called misinformation. If they want to control your mind to believe something about a subject, we'll put out a story saying that these scientists said it's a comet, because some of y'all gonna believe that. But then some of y'all just might be suspicious and just might be, because they know we rising in frequency now, y'all. They are very, very, very aware.
I mean, well, tell us what it is then. This shit, I mean, you popping it right now, and I'm here for it and all that, but get to the point. Like, what is it?
We are awakening, right? So with that being said, they're not finna just, you gotta think who we going against. Get beyond the flesh. Stop looking at the white people. When I say these white folks, I'm talking about the original 12 tribes. These are not everyday human beings. You will never see these white people I'm talking about. See, when I say these white folks and white oppressors and white supremacy, you think I'm talking about these regular white people that work 9 to 5s and they walking up and down the street like me and you know. Those are regular human beings, and majority of them are clones. All right? The real original human beings that came to this planet, these are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah. If y'all made it this far in the video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Come vibe. Come fuck with me, man. Your host, Lotto. Because you know, man, we do all types of dope shit over here at Geeker News Network. Got the, dope topics, interesting people we cover. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's compare notes, you know what I'm saying, and help each other elevate mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what Geeker News Network is for, man. God every comrade to everybody rich. Whatever rich mean to you, I hope you get there. But let's get back into this.
This is the kicker. All these pictures they showing y'all the three-eyed atlas, that's just CGI, computer-generated images and AI, artificial intelligence images. It don't look anything like that. All right. So let's get deeper. So if three-eyed atlas is not a spaceship, if it's not a comet, then what is it? Let's look at the name. First off, they call it three-eyed atlas. All right. It became visible July 2025. They say it will be the closest to the Earth, Earth, which is really planet Kai, December 19, 2025. And it is set to leave out of our atmosphere March 2026. Okay. So let me break this down to you. It's called three-eyed atlas because Atlas was a titan. All right. I know we spend a lot of time talking about the gods, and everybody will talk about gods and angels and aliens. But how many people know about the titans? How many people know the difference between the titans and the gods? A lot of people don't, because this is cosmic history that people just don't know about. But the titans really exist, and you have good ones and bad ones. Atlas is one of the most powerful titans that we have, that we created. All right. When you look at the legend, let's look into the legend of Atlas. Who was Atlas? Atlas was a titan that fought on our side in the war in heaven. And unfortunately, he lost that. When we lost the war, because he was so powerful and he caused so much havoc in the war, he was one of the first titans that Zeus attacked. And Zeus made Atlas, as his punishment, made him bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. If you look up a picture of Atlas, you're going to see a picture of a god holding the world on his shoulders. That's literally what the fuck they did to Atlas. Now, when we say the world, not the world is in the globe you see, but the world is in, this world is what? The world we have been living in, this is Zeus' world, meaning this is his system he created. So what they're really trying to say when they say he was made to bear the world on his shoulders is that he was made to hold up Zeus' system, right? Which is the system we live in today. We're talking about Atlas. And the reason they show you a globe is because, remember, Zeus and them created the picture of the globe to make you think that you live on a globe when you don't even live on a goddamn globe. That's all a part of Zeus' system to make you believe that you live on a globe, that the sun and moon is a million light years away, that you live and you die, you have one life only, that some of the greatest inventions was the pyramids in Egypt, that we are all human beings. These is all part of Zeus' system. That it's okay to eat meat, we should wear shoes and clothes, that winter is real, that it's been going on, that dinosaurs existed. All these are fucking lies that were created in Zeus' system, Zeus' world, right? So when they say that he made Atlas, his punishment for Atlas was to make him carry the weight of the world, they didn't mean that literally as him under a goddamn planet. They meant that literally as him being stuck on this material plane with us and being forced to bear the burden of holding up Zeus' system. 90% of Zeus' power, and the reason why his power has been so strong and his system has been so strong, is because he is channeling the energy and the frequency of a Titan, and that Titan is Atlas. All right? Imagine you being in a hospital and you being forced to stay in that hospital, and the person that owned the hospital, they need blood to run their operation. So they got you hooked up to these goddamn machines and drawing blood out your body all day, every day, for all eternity. And all your blood that come from you is used to generate blood into their systems to help them do what they need to do. That's what the fuck they did to Atlas. This is why it has been so hard to break free from Zeus' system, because they are not just using the power of Zeus and the fallen gods. They are not just using our power as Anunnaki gods against us. They are literally using one of our most powerful titans, which is Atlas. Okay, now let's go deeper to the legend of Atlas. What you see is that we are already in the Aquarius age. Although Zeus' punishment for Atlas was to bear the weight of Zeus' world, his system, that was not going to last forever. We in Endgame. It was going to be, a time was going to come where Atlas was going to be free. And once Atlas is made free, he's going to wreak havoc on Zeus and his system. He's on our side. He's one of the Titans. All right? So you got to understand that that's what Three-Eye Atlas is. Three-Eye Atlas is actually Atlas's wife coming back to the planet, this planet, to help free her husband. Atlas has a wife, and her name is Pleon. All right?
All right, we're going to stop that right there and make this a couple-part series, man, because this is getting real deep and interesting. That's Rashad Jamal, the University of Cosmic Intelligence. The truth about Three-Eye Atlas. We're going to dive into this, man. We're going to have to chop this thing up, because there's some real information right here, man. If y'all fuck with it, like, share, and subscribe. Let's vibe. I'm your boy, Fetty Lotto. I'm out of here for now.
Let's get straight to it.
I can hear my mama now. Go on, baby, pop your shit.
I can hear my mama now. Go on, baby, pop your shit. I can hear my brother right now. Fuck them, nigga, talk that shit. Old gossiping ass niggas, what y'all out here gossiping about today? It's y'all little pocket watching, nigga. I did a 200 ball today.